everyone, it's Rachael Smith with Remax up in Big Bear. Today I am right underneath Snow Summit at 41819 Chalet Road. Come check it out. Okay, so here we are from the street, or better known as a cul-de-sac. Right here is going to be a Golden West. Right there, that street sign. And then this next street where that house is right there is going to be Summit Boulevard. So definitely walking distance to Snow Summit. And here's just kind of panning around the cul-de-sac. Really cute. And let's come up and take a look. So lot size 10,980. Going to be kind of like a pie shape, like where it gets bigger in the back. The property lines likely gonna follow that fence line that hits the tree and continues back. Got a nice retaining wall with drainage built into it. It's beautiful rock. And then on the other side, we've got the property marker right here in, oh, that's not it, somewhere. There it is. Boom. I love to find property markers. It's very satisfying. Okay, so here we are parking for at least like 6 to 8 people. You could also get up here on the dirt. You've also got like kind of a little patch back here that you could go back to. Nice kind of privacy with these plants on the right-hand side. Our roof looks to be it almost like from down here, it almost looks like a wood shake roof, but it's just got so much texture to it that I really think it's a high-end roof. Nice stone coming up as like a wainscoting on the outside. Looks like a little bit of work to be done right here, but not too bad. Stone coming off down below. And of course, my favorite tree that smells like vanilla. Here, you could get a boat or an RV back here. Might struggle a little bit with this tree depending upon the size of it, but I do think you could get something back there if you wanted to. Okay, so the house itself, 4-bedroom, 2.5 baths, 2-car garage, 2,032 square foot. It's gonna be a big one. We've got stop and waste right here. All the wood's in really good shape, just the paint needs a little bit of love on the exterior. Colors are good. It's kind of like a navy and a black grout on the stone right here, and then kind of like a white on the outside. Maybe let's call it off-white. So let's come on up and check it out. Okay, so here we are at the entry, and I do want to let you know this is listed by Keller Williams, Chris Hildebrandt, good friend of mine, and I think he priced this really well. This one's listed at $550. And I think for the value of it, getting 4 bedrooms, also walking distance to the ski slope, but you also get this cool time capsule with great bones and a really cool floor plan. So just a couple things to note. We do have high ceilings. The paneling up here, or the tongue and groove ceiling, has been it's like a lighter color, so it's really pretty bright in here as far as dark as it could be. And you've got these beautiful big log beams too. So probably a good 8, definitely an 8-foot ceiling, possibly a 9. At the entry, we do have stone and then like a vintage vinyl flooring and then a carpet. So it's usually going to be like one of these 3 things all throughout the house. Here's just where it meets all 3 of them. So here we are at the entry. And so one thing to note, the Raiders fans, really cool jacket. I love houses like this where it is a time capsule, and I'd like to know what are the things that you would keep in here and what are the things you would chuck from here. So right at the entry, we do have single pane windows, so could get that updated as well. But you've got a lot of space. So dining room at the entry. Got these kind of vintage cabinets, earthquake protected. This is a little bit low. I would probably redesign the kitchen, get rid of this whole thing and open it up and make this a little bit higher just so that you could sit at it. Obviously we are $550 for the price. So here we are in the kitchen. Here's a couple things that I love seeing. Like here's the guest book. It's pretty fun that it's hidden in here. Instructions for how they do things. Also like different companies that they enjoyed using over the years. Here's the house in the past without a garage or the fencing. So that's pretty fun to see all of this, right? And then also I love things like this. I would probably frame that. Got a nice butcher's block. Handles are really cool in here. I mean, I really think that you could probably keep those. Cabinets kind of have like a greenish tint to them, but not too much. Formica countertops, a little bit older appliances. So I could see somebody doing, you know, like keeping it older and making it really fun. Or I could also see somebody gutting everything and starting anew. Okay, so here we have, I'm wondering if maybe it was an addition, who knows, but it looks like the exterior, a very exterior part, but let's see. So this is kind of the game room off of the kitchen. Got a nice kind of bench seating over here. Got our pool table. Making it a really cool game room. Electrical panel is in here. And then it also makes it like a second living room back here. So game room and living room. We do have access to the backyard from here, but I'm going to do that last on the tour. So we've got a nice pantry closet here for all your extra large items for the kitchen. Got our laundry. And then we also have a second fireplace back here. Got a double TV. I'm not even sure if I am old. That's an Atari. Wow. I feel like it was just before my time, but I do remember this game. And I feel like it was one of my favorites. Okay, so here we have wood fireplace storage. It looks like it's got a little trapdoor in the back that you can get that in from the garage out here. We've also got a wooden fireplace right here that is going to burn real wood. And it's hard to see if there's a gas starter here. We've got some items here, but I do believe I see one inside there, so let's just take my word for it. And again, the ceilings like here, if this was an add-on, it's all the same ceiling as what's in the front of the house. So here we have another little storage area, and then we're going to go here into the garage. So 2-car garage. Pretty finished off. It's drywalled, got electrical all the way around it. Concrete's in really good shape. Our water heater is out here. Looks like maybe a little bit on the older side, but if it's still working, just use it. We've got a little snow blower. You could ask them to throw in plenty of storage. This is going to be the area where you get your firewood in here. So if you stacked a cord of wood in here, kept it dry, you could pass it through in there, which is kind of fun. It's going to be access to the backyard and then just like a workshop area over here. This is, it looks like they do oil changes in here. Storage, storage, storage. Look at that. That's a pretty cool item. An old chest. You know, like there's just some really great things I would probably keep in here. All right, and then we've also got access to the attic from right here too. But as you know, most attics, I don't go inside. Kind of creepy. All right, so now let's go into the first bathroom. So remember, we have 2.5 bathrooms in the home. There's some also old Big Bear maps that are kind of cool. Actually, I think they might have 3 bathrooms. We'll see. Kind of like a vacuum broom closet. Here's probably the original pantry of it. I definitely would do something in here. It looks like we got some black spots in there. And then the bathroom. And in here we do have that same vinyl flooring as in the entry of the house. So full-size bathroom in here, just a slight remodel on it. We do have marble countertops, one of these old vintage 70s. Fluorescent lighting. And then here we have the tub. Got like a repair done up here. It would just be a fun project house, that's for sure. And then here we are in the living room. This appears to be a dual pane window up here. So yeah, we've got one single pane over there, one dual pane up front. And we've got similar rock on the outside as in here. The one on the outside is a little bit more rectangular. This one's kind of triangular. I always like to... 2021. So this was 4 years ago almost. Nice fireplace. Storage. I think that storage might be a little difficult to open this door because it's probably gonna stop it, but you do have good storage in here. The other fun thing is that we've got a VHS collection, the Addams Family, some of them unopened. All right, so continuing upstairs, we'll go find our bedrooms. This is going to be carpeted coming up. Gonna pan up to give you a good view of it. I like that chandelier is pretty fun. So we could go one way to the master or this way to the 3 bedrooms. So coming upstairs, again, lots of storage. This is kind of used as an office, but this is one of the bedrooms that they're calling a bedroom. It is, and you could get a bed up here, right here, but it will be a pass-through bedroom. So I think for most people, they're going to see this house as a 3-bedroom. Love this. Maybe it's not plugged in, but pretty cool. Do you have a single pane window right here? Sliding glass doors up here. This has been finished off up here, sealed off. Paint's in good shape, and we also have access into the other bedroom right here as well. think I've seen that vintage couch up here before. So here is going to be the furnace. Again, a little bit older, but we do have central heating. So coming in here, we've got slightly different carpet, kind of an orange, something melted right there. That's crazy. Look at that. Nice big built-in cabinetry right here. And then a beautiful piece right here. This is kind of a fun, I think it's, yeah, they're all drawers. But nice big vaulted ceilings in here, access to the outside. Definitely want to update the flooring in here. I think we got some mice maybe, which is quite common in the mountains. And we'll go into bedroom number 2. So kind of the same floor plan. Definitely some cleaning work to be done up here, but not awful. This is probably a double bed right here. Same furniture, same closet. And then these 2/3 bedrooms, whatever you want to call it, share this bathroom, which is almost the same as the one downstairs with the marble countertop, the 70s slider, same flooring, a little bit cleaner, definitely more vaulted and open ceiling in here, but that same kind of tub in here. So then it's kind of fun because you go down these stairs and over to the master. Nice, beautiful stained glass window right there. So coming into the master, we do have enough room for a king-size bed. You can definitely feel like this is a different part of the house. That's why I think the room down below is an addition, as well as this part too. Fireplace is all the same as the fireplace down in the living room, but the ceilings are just slightly different. You can see that. And then we do have double pane windows up here. And then we have a 3/4 bath in here. Sorry, full bath. Tile countertops. I wonder why the title showing it as a 2.5 bathroom. But we do have a full shower in here. We do have a sunlight up above. We do have the same marble countertops, but these have brass on them. Kind of cool. Closet in here. Definitely feels like a little slope going this way, but not bad. I think I had that same blow dryer growing up. Definitely something going on. I mean, it's just like little stuff, but there was something. Jetted bathtub, all tiled in, and again, another beautiful stained glass window. This strawberry bath gel was hand poured in the bottle, especially for my dear friend Allie. Sweet, very sweet. And then you've got obviously a little closet for clothing. And let me see if I can find this light. Nice big closet. The top I would probably push back a little bit, just get more space in here, but good size in here. But if you're very tall, like my head's kind of almost about to touch it, so interesting. Nice big walk-in closet though. And now let's go to the backyard and check out all the space that you have back there. So here we have the deck, which we kind of saw a little bit from the side, but plenty of yard to work with. Like there is a lot of space here. Like a ramp. Here's gonna be access from the backyard. There's gonna be a shed. The fence line is going to be the property line. No real view of the mountain. I doubt I'm going to get a view of the lake up here, but just going to check it out just to see. Nope. But beautiful trees all the way around. Like gorgeous. Storage shed, if you were to use this as a vacation rental, this would be a good place to keep your stuff. And so distances, walking distances to No Summit, less than a quarter mile probably. You can see the roof better from right here too. It almost looks like a metal, I think it's a metal roof. You're also maybe about a 2-minute drive to Vons and Stater Brothers and Starbucks. You are about a 3-minute drive to the village and about a 2-minute drive to the lake. So that is it. 418-19 Chalet. And it's a chalet-style home too. So let me know what you think, what you'd keep, and what you'd get rid of. Talk to you soon. Bye.